So what's the battery life?
Battery life on this guy is about 20 minutes.
With both of those?
With both of those. It won't even run.
On one?
On one, no. It needs them both. But it just, what they've been able to do with stuff like this, as opposed to a drone can't air, it has to air cool its engines. It only has ambient air temperature. These guys can water cool, and that's what this is, an intake, and it brings that in and cools the center engine and then just spits it right outside of the boat. So you can run these engines a lot stronger than you can something like a drone or a car, just because you have water to cool it down with.
Again, tell me what's this called?
This is an Impulse Pro boat. It's made by a company called Dynamite, and it's one of their upper end. One thing about this boat that makes it a little bit nicer than some of the cheaper boats is it actually has a fiberglass and teakwood hull, which is similar to what you would get in an actual boat. So a lot of them are just regular plastic, but this is actually fiberglass.
Will you pick it up and show us what we're looking at?
Right there.
The Impulse Pro boat.
And then, of course, here's the prop and the rudder. And then it has, these are adjustable. These are the trim plates. These are adjustable depending on how you want to ride on the water. If you want to ride really close to the water, or you want to get the nose up a little bit, you can adjust that here. And these play a little bit of a role in speed too. This is the transmitter. It's just a standard Spectrum DX2E. It's the same transmitter that a lot of different cars use. It
came with it?
This one did come with it, yeah. And it's about 2 steps up from their bottom line transmitter. That's just kind of a generic transmitter that they sell with.
But they do have an upgraded even from this one.
They have multiple upgrades from this one. This is a nice transmitter though. It's pretty tough. It can take a little bit of water and be okay.
Is that transmitter programmable to other RC devices?
Yes. It can program to a variety of cars and boats actually. So you could use it. You can have this guy bound with and running multiple different vehicles.
Awesome.
And one thing about these boats is if you flip them over, which isn't terribly hard to do, you can get a little bit of water in here and it's not going to hurt anything. But if you get a lot of water, it can be a little bit of a problem.
And I have a feeling from previous video I saw you post, this thing zips.
It zips.
So it's going to get wet. So, have you FPV'd the boat?
I have not yet. I tried to FPV, and you can see I'm getting a little bit of bounciness.
And it also depends on the wake, the ripples, all that stuff goes into play.
It all comes into play. Now, it's bouncing around a little bit, so what I normally do is I'll bring it back in and take a look at these fins and see what we got. See, these are pretty well pressed all the way, so we'll bring it down a little bit.
Got a little algae.
Oh yeah, a little hydrilla probably.
Hydrilla.
And then put her back in and see how that. You can see it looks like a tug in the water, maybe a little bit better.
It is a little bouncy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at the turns though.
I mean, it just can rip.
I don't know how well this GoPro footage, because it's in wide angle, you know how they go.
Yeah.
But that thing is ripping.
Oh, it rips.
So, negatives. If it flips, what do you do?
The flipping is a huge negative. You have to get a kayak
and go get it.
And go get it.
But it floats.
It definitely floats. The problem is when it flips, you got water in the hull. And
you're stressing the whole time. You're thinking it's getting waterlogged.
Yep, and it's marine grade electronics, but from personal experience in flipping, flipping it, that's pretty much your day once it's flipped, because you got to dry everything out. Half the time the transmitter and the antennas don't connect once it's wet. So
Oh, we got stand-up paddleboarder wants to check it.
we could get out a lot of fun with that guy, something like this. Another negative, at least on Deep Creek, is if there's too much grass,
Yeah.
it just
Too much grass, too much
grass.
vegetation,
Yeah.
just clogs it up.
once the now this boat's better than others because it's got a metal prop, so it can chop up some grass.
It seemed like a little bit of a grinder.
Yeah. So the plastic prop boats, you can't. They plug right up.
I bet you it does just draw in the spectators.
Oh, it does.
What's going on, bud?